We are halfway through the year already. I don't know about you guys, but I refuse to let another year go by where I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out of my lazy girl era, just not reaching my full potential and pretty much getting to the end of the year and feeling like I failed. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys 10 healthy, life-changing habits that you can do to finally stay consistent enough to see real progress and finally exit your lazy girl era for good. So the first habit that I started implementing that truly changed my life is seeking discomfort every day. Unfortunately, there is no growth that happens in your comfort zone. And I really love this quote, and it goes, "There's a whole other world that exists on the other side of suffering." Most of us are not ever able to see that world because we're so afraid of getting out of our comfort zone. And one thing that really helps you get out of your comfort zone is do the hard things daily. That's why I think exercise is so amazing for everybody. If you're not new to my channel, I think everybody should be doing some type of physical activity that challenges them, but it doesn't have to be working out. It could be anything that is purposely uncomfortable. We're trying to change our life here. We're trying to do different than what we've done in the past. You're not going to get there by being in your comfort zone. I know it's not something that's easy. If you can master that, if you can get yourself to find something to do that's a little bit uncomfortable each day, every single day, you'll be building up that resilience to make sure that you aren't just being complacent and staying the same and staying in your comfort zone. Okay, so the next healthy habit is to schedule you time every single day. I was the type of person that felt like if I was going to be doing something for myself, it had to be after I finished all my tasks, after the house is completely clean, after I've gotten all my work done. So I know we've all heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, but how many of us are actually scheduling when we're going to pour back into our cup? And I don't mean waiting until the weekend or waiting until you have a holiday. If we're not intentionally taking out time to refill our cup every single day, we're going to constantly have where you do good and then you completely crash because there's no balance. Try actually scheduling time every single day just for you. And it could be 15 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour. Me personally, my me time is working out. I was not consistent with that this last couple of years because I felt like I didn't deserve it until I was done with what I needed to do, not realizing that that one thing was going to give me the energy to continue to do what I needed to do. And one of the things that has been keeping me so consistent and makes it so convenient for me to get my me time in is my new all-in-one smart home gym. So I'm so happy to be partnering with Spedience again in this video. You guys know, if you're not new and you've been watching my latest vlogs, that I have been raving about this thing. This smart gym has everything you need. It's an all-in-one smart home gym that is revolutionizing the way you work out by delivering all the benefits of the gym straight to your home. It uses digital weight that goes all the way up to 220 pounds of resistance. It has over 250 plus guided workouts. So it's like having a personal trainer at home available to you 24/7. And even if strength training is not your thing and you still like more of an aerobic based workout, Spedience actually has different attachments like the rowing bench and skiing handles. So if you guys want to check this out for yourself, I will have the link to their website as well as the Amazon link that you can purchase there. However, if you choose to go to the website, I do have a discount code you can use to get $120 off your purchase, and that is Mandy off with no space in between. And you guys, I truly love this piece of equipment and I definitely feel it is worth the investment for everything you get and just the convenience and ease of this product. So thank you again to Spedience for partnering with me in this video. Number 3 is to curate your socials to serve you. I used to really struggle with this because at times I just wanted to shut off my phone and never go on it again. I felt like my brain was rotting from all the mindless scrolling I was doing and all the entertainment type content that I was consuming that was doing nothing for my life. That was until I realized that, you know what, I just need to curate my feed to serve me. I have a little homework for you guys. I want you to go on your Instagram, whatever platform you spend the most time on, and look at what's being served to you. Is it helpful stuff? Is it educational stuff? Or is it just purely entertainment, random stuff that you may use, you may not? I encourage you to try to curate it to more positive stuff that's gonna uplift you, teach you things, because unless you're like some superhuman that does not get affected by what you consume, the rest of us out here, we need to protect our energy, we need to protect our mind and what we're consuming on the daily. So I definitely think this is such a healthy habit that you can start now and go through and change and try to curate as much as possible. So the next healthy habit I like to call boredom hour. And this is when you intentionally take out an hour, or it could be 30 minutes, however much time you have, and you just do nothing. You're just bored. You're just sitting there. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to journal. And the reason why I started implementing this, whenever I was bored for even like, I don't know, 1 minute, I would just immediately have the urge to pick up my phone or turn on the TV, or like I just felt the need to be entertained. And I didn't like that feeling. I was like, why do I feel like I can't just sit here? And I'm not embarrassed to say that, because I think a lot of people feel like this because we are in such an overstimulated, entertained society where we constantly have stuff going on, or we're able to switch something on to entertain ourselves and bypass time. And life already passes us by so fast that being present and being still and being bored should be a normal occurrence. I feel like it really has helped me just practice mindfulness and practice being at peace and being present. The more you do it, the more enjoyable it becomes, and you just start appreciating life. So in conclusion, being bored is a very healthy habit, and we should all seek to be bored a little bit more. Okay, this next healthy habit, I know you guys have heard more times than you can count, but I'm sorry to have to say it again. But you need to be drinking your water, and you need to have some type of water bottle, okay? Because let's be real, you're not going to drink your water if it's not readily available. Like, you're not going to convince me that you're going to get in your water intake as much water as you actually need in a day if you don't have some type of water bottle to sip out throughout the day. So that's why for me, if I don't fill up this water bottle, I already know I'm not going to drink all my water for that day, and I should just accept it because I didn't do the habit that helps me and keeps me on track to drink my water, which is just filling up my water bottle and taking it with me wherever I go. Just if you catch me without my water bottle, just know that I'm not drinking enough water that day. And no matter what I try to tell you, I'm lying, okay? I'm not getting in my water intake. Fill your water bottle up in the morning, make it a habit, try to fill it up twice and drink the whole thing. And there you go. So this next habit is journaling. And I know, again, you guys have heard this. And to be honest, I was not a firm believer in journaling changing your life. I mean, I'm journaling, but I don't feel like it's life-changing if I'm being honest. But I feel like the reason for that is that I wasn't intentionally journaling. I was just writing something down to say that I journaled because I heard so many people saying it. And once I made that switch to intentionally journaling instead of just writing stuff down, that is when I believed in the power of journaling, because I started to actually really tap into what I was feeling. And the journal I personally use is the gratitude journal. And I love it because it puts you in a state of gratitude first thing in the morning or whenever you're doing it. But I like to do it first thing in the morning. You're just a lot more positive when you start your day. You're looking for the good already. Another thing that I actually love about the gratitude journal is it has you check in at the end of the day and it asks you, what did you do well this day? And how I started taking that is it allowed me to celebrate the small wins, because I, again, am the type of person that feels like I should only celebrate once the big goal is achieved. That is not enjoying the journey. That is not celebrating the small wins that count just as much. But regardless of how you journal or what you journal, I think it's always a good idea to celebrate the small wins. Just reflect on what you can do better, but also what you did good. And again, have that balance in between. So like I said, you don't need the gratitude journal in specific. You could literally use a sheet of paper. But I think journaling, getting your thoughts out, and also reminding yourself on what you're thankful for is such an amazing habit to have. And I think the more consistent you are with it, the more you actually look for those things throughout your days. Okay, so the next healthy habit is habit stacking. I feel like a lot of us might already do this without realizing that we do it. So you might already be doing this healthy habit, but it's really cool to understand where you can do it and where you can add it in to save yourself time. Essentially what habit stacking is you would take two good healthy habits and put them together. What I like to do is if I want to watch something that is like, you know, a little educational, I will put that on while I'm cooking or while I'm cleaning up the kitchen. I'm already doing something productive. I can add on something else that's productive and be double productive. But I think it's important to note that I do not do this every day. There are some days I don't have energy to habit stack. Like I gotta just focus on the one productive thing I'm doing and that's it. And that's okay. So I definitely don't think you should go too extreme and try to habit stack everything in your life, because I do think that would be a bit overwhelming trying to be double productive all the time. Definitely think it's a great habit to have whenever you have the energy for it, to just be a little more productive and save yourself some time. Okay, sorry if the angles adjusted a bit. I had to turn my camera off and let it cool down, but we're almost done. And healthy habit number 9 is one that I'm very passionate about, and that is to create an environment to serve you. So just like with social media, how I told you guys to curate your feed, I feel like the same goes for your room, your house, your kitchen. And when I say having your environment serve you, I am not saying that your house needs to be in pristine condition, nothing out of place, because I'm a mom of just one toddler. The only way my house is going to stay in pristine condition all the time is if that's all I'm doing all day. Like if I'm just walking behind him picking up every toy and every crumb that he drops. I feel like, yes, it's important to have certain chores that you do daily to make sure that you don't get too overwhelmed and that there's not too much clutter, too much going on. I also think it's equally as important to have a realistic expectation of what that will look like, especially if you have kids. When I accepted that and I started having realistic expectations of what my environment could be, that is when I started saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to do certain chores. For me, that looked like doing a load of laundry every day or every other day, so that way it never piles up and becomes overwhelming. Or same with dishes. Dishes are every day. Doing a load at night and unloading it in the morning. I feel like the point is to never let it get to an overwhelming state. But your girl's house is not always super clean, lines in the carpet. Like, I would love to have it that way, and I do feel so good whenever I'm able to deep clean the house and everything's in order, but it's very short-lived, and if I'm always waiting for that moment, I'm never gonna be happy. Curate your environment, make sure that it is not overwhelmingly dirty, but also have realistic expectations for it. You don't have to have everything in order to feel good, and take all that pressure off yourself, okay? Nothing's perfect. Nothing in life is perfect, so get that in your head, and I feel like you will feel so much better about your space, and you'll be able to do your chores and not feel like it's never going to get to the state that you want it. Okay, so we're having some technical difficulties. My camera died, but we're back and we're on to our last healthy habit. The last healthy habit is to follow the 80-20 rule when it comes to your diet, nutrition, and food in general. 80% you're fueling your body and giving your body what it needs to function properly, and 20% of the time you're enjoying those cookies, those brownies, and it's not for anything else but enjoyment. And I'm also aware that there are certain people that this would not work for. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not saying this goes for everybody, but for the majority of us, we can really benefit from an 80-20 diet. And the reason why is, number one, life is way too short to just constantly be trying to perfect our diet and never having enjoyment in food. The reason why I say for most of us, 80-20 is the best way to go. You're just not restricting yourself to the extreme. You're able to enjoy life and enjoy things for the way that they taste. And you don't have this big guilt whenever you're eating it because it's naturally in your diet. You don't just save these things for a special occasion. You naturally integrate it into your everyday. So yes, like I mentioned, I know it doesn't apply to everybody. There are certain people that need specific diets, but for the majority of us, an 80-20 diet will really serve you the best because it's all about creating that balance. And when you have balance, you're less likely to crash and burn and binge eat or go off the rails with things. You're able to maintain it, therefore stay more consistent and create a lifestyle out of it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even if you just get one healthy habit from this video, you're able to implement it and see progress with it, that would be amazing. And other than that, if you stay to the end, you're a real one. Comment the sparkle emoji. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like these sit down talk videos. I love talking, so of course I love these videos, but I feel like I love sharing when anything works for me. So I really hope this helped you, and if it did, like I said, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.